470s queuing for Mythic Plus 0 and Mythic Plus 2. I would like to offer you a reality check that I've experienced firsthand. Why do it? How does it feel when people do it? How to assemble a group that will allow similar experience to what you will be witnessing in this video. Let's chat about all of it today. Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gyro, your host here. It's a slightly non-standard video and it breaks our kind of current flow of the class change reviews on the PTR because I am just like you. I don't want to be bored. And I don't want to be talking about the same stuff over and over. It's not like it's a dedicated class change or even guide channel. I talk about all sorts of stuff, and now that I started doing less horrific visions, it kind of, became a little bit more stale and a little bit more focused on class changes. So as soon as I start feeling a little bit of boredom, I assume that my people here on the channel start feeling the same. So let's avoid that effect and spice up our life a little bit and improvise. So today is an improvisation video where I simply had an awesome, what I think is fairly awesome by my standards, footage to share with you and my impressions to share with you. What is it? It's a Freehold, Mythic Plus Freehold run on one of my freshly leveled alts. It's one of my Retribution Paladins, the Troll, who has been 120 and reasonably geared now by my standards already for 2-3 weeks. It's not a very fresh footage, it's 2-3 weeks old, but I never got to comment on it, and today I was looking at, hey, I want to talk to my people, and I was looking for something good and entertaining for you guys. And I thought that that actually has quite a bit of entertainment value if you know what to look at and for. And that's what I'd like to offer you today in this unscripted little catch-up. Okay? Cool. If you're new here and this opening and this general kind of feel for the channel, that you're welcome to browse, take a look at what else I'm reviewing, how I'm connecting with my people. If you're new here and it sounds like your cup of tea, you like this, please consider supporting the growth of this channel. It's been freaking amazing. I am so grateful to all of you guys. It's been a lot of fun, especially during these lockdown crazy times all over the world. So I think it's actually awesome to create this little virtual club. And I was super happy that I offered a little bit of, alcoholic home and a platform for people similar to me, hopefully. So hit that like button, tell YouTube algorithm that you like my videos, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Cool? All right. Mythic Plus 2, nothing, right? Completely nothing, best baseline level for noobs and stuff. Well, if you know how I review content, how I play the game, I play for fun, and I have an X number of 120 alts right now, huge number of them. I enjoy leveling them, I enjoy getting them to my casually attainable item level of about 440, 445, in some cases 450 if I start pushing horrific visions, and that is before I level Squish, obviously before the pre-patch of Shadowlands. Now in this particular case we're looking at this, at the moment of recording of this video, fresh 120, Retribution Paladin, one of those specs and kind of damage outputs that are reasonable, I suppose, competitive within its eye level range, whatever it is, but at the same time not something that you would imagine finding itself easily to be invited into Mythic Plus groups. Certainly not, right? Here is how to do it, guys, and here is how I did it, and it was heaps of fun. You create your own group. In my videos where I was encouraging you to try and different roles, to try new roles, especially what can you do before Shadowlands hits, and among my recommendations there were recommendations that you try other roles than the default DPS one. Try healing, try tanking, right? So when you're trying healing or tanking, it's easier to get invited into Mythic Plus groups and hence getting the gear. So offers you temporary progression, character progression right now before Shadowlands, offers you a little bit of fun, killing time, in a good, positive kind of way, as we do in World of Warcraft, mostly casuals. Now, as a DPS, full-blown DPS, full-blown undergeared. Well, I'm not undergeared for this content, but when I'll tell you quite honestly, and this is the proof, where I have 470 item level plus 475, something like that, I can't exactly remember, and it's a shame that I wasn't recording or I didn't press the button record on this footage. when I was still inspecting them. I think there is a moment when I do inspect them, I open and I take a look quickly, so you will get a chance to slow down and take a look if you really want more facts. But all you need to know is the fact that there are people who are right now, at the very least, at this stage of BFA, at this tail end of the expansion. They're so bored, or they just quickly need to do a daily, yeah, Mythic Plus daily, or they're after their Azeroth, or they're after grinding rep, or they're after something else. They're just bored, yeah? Who will gladly queue for your groups, for your own one. The thing is, and as stupid as it is, they will not invite you as a Retribution Paladin in 420s or even 430s for the content that offers roughly that kind of gear. Well, +2 offers you 435. And I could be, I don't know actually exactly what item level I was in this footage, but my gut is telling me that at that stage, like knowing how old this video is, I must have been about 425. I say I was about 425, guys. So this Mythic +0, Mythic +2 was actually tangibly offering me a little bit of an upgrade. So I was like, okay, no chance I'm gonna be invited into the groups as a Retribution DPS, like no chance, right? So the trick is, and as obvious as it is, but if you're new to this kind of stuff, if you, as a casual, if you're new to socializing and creating groups and joining groups, here is the key thing. You start your own group, my man or my lady. You go into the group finder interface in WoW. You create your own group. You indicate that it's a chill run, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, yeah? It's important. Tell people that you are not, you know, whatever. Sometimes people spell out and say gearing and alt, and people still apply for those groups, okay? They just, I think there is some psychological effect where the inertia or some other effect does not allow people to go that extra mile and create a group themselves, or go through the trouble of clearly telling that it's not just +2 Freehold, but it's +2 Freehold gearing and alt, please join, and a smiley or something like that. If you do that little, if you go that little step further, in my experience, it doesn't mean that you immediately get people knocking on your door. It doesn't always. But as far as DPS is concerned, within 5, maximum 10 minutes, you would have a couple of DPS and a few to choose from. And it freaking makes you sad because you know that you're like 420, 425, and there are 470s. 470s knocking on your door. And this is what results in it. This is the effect that it gets. You get a couple of 470s who are bored, you're friendly, you say hello people, yeah, how are you doing today? You are upfront about gearing and out. You don't ask carry me or something. I see those ads and I don't blame those people, that's also pretty clear. But when you say carry me, you're basically telling people that you don't intend to do anything. And that also flies. People, especially people who are like healers, they get away with this quite easily. Tanks less so. Because tanks, well, you are carrying people, at the very least you're running ahead, right? But in my case, I just always say gearing and alt, please join. Or need all, or something like that. But the trick is, as simple as it is, as many times as I repeat it, start your own group. If you start your own group, you will have this experience, or at the very least you have high chances of getting this experience. And it is freaking fun. Of course, these people were, I was also lucky that these people were not toxic, they were not making me feel like crap, they were not saying, oh, you should pick up your DPS summit. None of that. I am upfront friendly, I pick people. These people, well, I was lucky as well, yeah, but it at least you are participating in this social game, I suppose, where the rules of the game are not rigged against you. You're not at the mercy of others. You created your own group, you're upfront, you're friendly, and this is the reward. You get a whole bunch of, you get whole opportunities for loot, because these people will give you their loot, especially if you're friendly, you commented, you genuinely complimented someone or something else. That's how I generally run my groups. And that's all I wanted to share with you today, guys. This was a little bit of a joyful run, really, in my at least book. This was a joyful run. It was complete slaughter of Freehold. It just tells me how much, I mean, it's obvious, right? But when you see it in your face, you're like, wow. The gap between my DPS and me trying, right, at my level, at the level of this content, roughly, you would say, item level. And then you look at these Terminators, and they just slaughter everything. It's just so much fun to watch, so much fun to participate in, and I can just, you know, if for nothing else, I mean, it's not a tips video, but if you are, as a casual, this late in the expansion, have nothing better to do, first of all, you could jump into some groups and help some fresh alts like this. If you are 470s, 480s, you will seriously be praised similarly to this. I'm like, thanks guys, thanks for joining, thanks for slaughtering everything in our way. It was super fun to watch, props to you, my people. If you are a fresh alt who is non-toxic, just a friendly dude or a lady, start your own group, ask for a little bit of help. People right now have time and they will do it for you. This is legit something awesome that you could be doing right now before Shadowlands starts. Leveling out, gearing them, preparing for the next expansion. And this is the mood that I'm in today. I really hope you enjoyed this little kind of out of the blue, kind of not particularly pre-planned or pre-scripted video. But this is, when I watch this footage, it just reminds me how uplifting sometimes social experiences in World of Warcraft can be. And that's what I'm encouraging and promoting for you, my friends. Let me know if you had similar experiences. Are you the one who is carrying others? Are you the one who is looking for a carry? What are your experiences? Have you had more positive ones than toxic ones? And if you haven't tried, I hope that this nudges you in the direction of trying, because if you don't try, you don't get, okay? Please subscribe if you haven't already. More videos are coming to you twice a week, as we agreed. There are a couple more class reviews. With class reviews, I'll just say one thing, especially if you're looking for them. First of all, if you look for some particular one and you're one of my supporter subscribers, don't be shy, tell me. Tell me which one you're looking for, and maybe I already planned that. Maybe I have footage, but I haven't recorded the voiceover. But if I have a couple people who are asking for a particular one, I'm going to prioritize it for you. I am. With others, I've slowed down a tiny bit review of other classes, simply because of how much changed Blizzard is doing these days on the PTR and just generally on beta in these kind of weeks leading up to the release. I almost was like, well, what's the point? What's the point of right now trying to review something that changes tomorrow drastically? I simply don't want to waste my time and your time. So these are my thoughts. I welcome yours in the comments down below. Let's talk. Let's kind of align on the content that you would think would benefit you the most right now at this stage. And fingers crossed, pre-patch is almost upon us, so there will be more to talk about very, very soon. I'll say bye for now. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. See you later. Talk soon. Bye.